Muy buenas a todos, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes, buenas tardes, buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estáis? ¿Cómo estáis, señores? ¿Cómo estáis? Tenemos hoy evento de Bungie. A ver qué cojones. A ver qué cojones nos enseñan. Se supone que ya es la última season de Destiny 2. No sé. Tarasco, maricón.
What is he doing? No way!
Oh my god, was?
Vamos. No. Oh.
¡Hey! ¡Muy buenas a todos! ¡Guapis!
There was a
É
time
que hoje vai ter festinha aqui dentro do meu barraco. Vou te arrastar pro beco, vai ser sequência de papo, vai ser sequência de papo.
¿Por qué está? Si he puesto Destiny España.
finds its voice.
Mas não
I am
se
the one who
apega
speaks
não,
with
eu não
truth.
quero compromisso. Nós mete a rolar e
You
tal,
must
é
have no end of
100%
questions.
É que hoje vai ter festinha aqui dentro do meu
Está en portugués, ¿qué coño?
arrastar pro beco, vai ser
Trouble
sequência de
created
papo,
with
vai ser
ghosts.
sequência
Seek out those who can wield its light.
En la presentación en de...
Guardians
Se han equivocado.
to protect.
Han puesto la presentación de DE, que es la de España. La madre que les parió. Se han
I
equivocado.
could tell you of the great battle.
No more running away. Rest now. The universe makes us all victim
Ah,
and perpetrator. That's infinite cruelty. You, more than any.
¡Hemos vuelto! ¡Hijos de la gran puta!
joined us somewhere along the road, or are looking at Destiny for the first time,
what the fuck?
anybody who shows up on launch day is going to be greeted with this same uncharted world. A vacuum-sealed experience, begging for you to be the first person to feel it. So today is your invitation to go forth and adventure.
What the fuck?
En todos estos años, nunca hemos hablado del tema. ¿Por qué te traje de vuelta?
¡Oh! ¡Es la torre
Te elegí
vieja!
a ti.
¡Eso era la torre vieja de Destiny! Wait.
Lo cierto es que... Entonces no lo sabía.
Ese alzacuetes me
Solo
suena
fue
bastante.
Una corazonada.
¡No me jodas! ¡Mete la cáscara de vacío, hijos de puta! ¿Los Bakes? ¡Ese mapa también me suena! ¿O es Europa eso?
Pero ahora lo sé. Tras lo que hemos visto, lo que hemos perdido,
Anda. ¿Qué cojones es eso?
esta batalla podría ser la última. Así que te lo pido. Por última vez. Álzate.
Vale.
When we first start the final shape, we are finally able
viene,
to go through
se viene,
the
he visto la
portal
torre, he
that
visto la
the
torre de
witness
Destiny
opened in the
1.
Traveler at the end of Lightfall.
La cáscara de vacío, por favor.
Paleheart
Cáscara de vacío, cáscara de vacío,
is the
cáscara de
stage for
vacío.
a showdown with the witness.
Fighting together for hundreds of years.
He visto la torre. ¿Y ese es Osiris? ¿Será Osiris? ¡Oh! ¡Esa es la
In the
torre!
final shape, we're going through the portal that the witness has opened up to confront it and stop the final shape. Inside the Traveler is this infinite, vast,
¿Esa es la torre vieja?
unknowable,
¿No me jodas?
and we're
Sí,
laying
¿no?
on the Pale Heart, which is a fraction of really what is inside the Traveler.
The Pale Heart is weird. It's a little strange. It makes you feel a bit
Solo que estaba en Ciudad
uncomfortable.
Onírica.
And it is also just so cool and artistic in the best way.
What the fuck?
The witness entered well ahead of any guardians, and so it's had time to kind of shape what's there. When our guardian enters, the rest of the Pale Heart starts getting shaped also around what we've experienced.
This is the Traveler recreating the world in front of you as it saw on your journey.
One of the most memorable
Anda.
locales from Destiny's past is the D1 Tower. It's really a labor of love from the Destiny team. The final shape means so much to everyone who's building it, and I think players are really going to be able to see that.
The Pale Heart is our very first linear destination that we've ever done. I would love it if players felt that they began their journey in a place of safety and feel it escalate in danger, in surrealness, because there is this beautiful evolution of the space.
They see things that are more and more wrong as they begin to go towards the witness's monolith. It's kind of this omnipresent, foreboding thing off in the distance.
The weirdest things happen as you get closer to the monolith in the form of reshaping. Kind of like deconstructing things and putting them back together just wrong.
The sense of scale
Hostia, la
you get out
pirámide.
there, like as you're exploring these spaces and you're jumping on these reshaped cuboids of Earth, you feel tiny as a Guardian. You feel alone. You feel like you are not the force to be reckoned with that you have been. You're not the God Slayer right now. You're just this little person jumping from these massive pieces to massive pieces.
One of the things that we really tried to
cojones?
also capture
¿Qué
is that
cojones
the
es esa
witness
cabeza?
keeps throwing everything it has at you. And so you're going to fight these new enemies, the subjugators.
¿Los subyugados?
Subjugators are the new
¿Qué
unit you're gonna be
cojones es
facing
eso?
in the final shape. They have an enhanced power set. They're performing stasis powers and strand powers to face the Guardian, well, in support of all the other enemies you're fighting too.
They bring something entirely new to the battlefield, which is kind of this element of control.
They're back there pinging away with stasis abilities, throwing crystals at you, freezing you in place, tangling you up.
What the fuck?
We're focusing you on the campaign and only the campaign. It's the most important thing in the universe at that moment. You have to stop the final shape from happening.
And for that, we do need the help with our allies. And so we're going to make sure that the core Vanguard team gets back together. Zavala and Ikora and Cade.
The campaign
Qué
is
guapo.
just the start of the Pale Heart. After you've reached the monolith and finished the campaign, we open up the entire destination, and so the entire Pale Heart is going to react to you and what you are doing.
Es por donde hemos entrado.
The campaign in the final shape doesn't really end with the final mission. The raids are where you defeat like the
¿Y cómo voy a incursiones,
bosses.
juego?
So it's only natural that when you are going to confront the witness, you're going to do that in the raid. But
O sea, la pelea del testigo es en una puta incursión. Chúpame las
this is a moment
cojones.
where we need to rally all guardians to be able to overcome the final shape and the witness.
In the final shape, we are inside the Traveler, very close to this energy. This allows us to have new supers, Arc, Solar, Void.
We want to
Queremos búsqueda para poder hacer las incursiones y las raids, hijos de puta. ¿Lo vais a meter? Por favor, señor. Si lo metéis, yo vuelvo al Destiny. Sí, no, ya está, o sea, vuelvo al Destiny. Pero quiero que lo metan, poder jugar. No tener que estar 4 amigos para poder hacer búsqueda, macho.
The Hunter Arc Super.
Arc is all about finding the shortest distance between 2 points. The Hunter kind of rears back, takes this knife and throws it across the world, and then is able to blink to its position, do the slash that just decimates anyone nearby.
One really great thing about that is not just you do it once, but you're able to do it 3 times, along with devastating attacks each time you do it.
The Hunter has an aspect. We take our staff, we twirl it in the air, which propels us
Ahora en
upward,
japonés, pero ¿qué está pasando?
which amplifies you and any allies near you.
It almost makes it feel like you're playing a fighting game, right? Like these combos that you're chaining together to do these different moves. It like takes that sandbox to the next level.
¿Pero qué
The more
pasa?
aspects we have, the more capable
No, bro,
we are to
taca,
do
lo
it.
It feels like
siento.
you're like riding the lightning, you know? Like
¡Hijo de
that
puta!
instantaneous, like
That was good, but I think it's more like, you know?
I like it.
Weapons team has been working on, we had a moment where we saw that Traveler
Pero
beam
qué cojones pasa con
I know
Destiny,
people on Weapons went, I kind of want that. You're like, that is
No lo
incredibly
toques.
dope.
¿Qué coño es eso?
So we've got this opportunity
¿Qué
to bring
coño es
back
eso?
these iconic Destiny 1 weapons, but really turn it into something that feels unique in Destiny 2.
We have to bring Kvastov into the fold.
The Red Death exotic pulse rifle.
And Dragon's Breath. Burn the world, burn it all. In the final shape, we have new weapon subfamilies coming, broadening what existing weapons can be.
Really like bordering on exotic functionality. So for example, we've got a rocket pistol sidearm subfamily. We always liked the special ammo sidearms. This fires tiny, slow-moving rockets. They hit very hard, do a bit of AoE damage. They have a mixture of regular weapon and rocket launcher stats. We're also doing a new support weapon subfamily.
The support frame auto rifle is a type of legendary auto rifle. It'll let you switch seamlessly from firing at enemies to healing your allies. I'm really excited to bring it to dungeons and keep my team alive, honestly.
The weapons team is always coming up with new ideas. We've got a ton of new cool stuff coming over the next few years, and some new and really wild ideas, which we're pretty excited about.
Come on, take a load off. We've got a lot to cover. This place is only big enough for one dashing hero type, and that's me, so... I'm back! Hey, you two, give me a sec. I was magnificent. This is great. Anyone want to hug?
No.
Get your rock off my map. Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't. Well, better get back to it.
Cade's role as a guide.
Hazme algo bueno, hijos de
Cade is verbal,
puta.
and he's our guide through this other place. Cade is the one who is the most appropriate person to be the guide, because that's his job. That's always been his job. It just feels so natural for Nathan to be back in the booth. It felt amazing to just see him slip back into the role, like, without missing a beat.
Right, instantly. In the flesh, or metal.
Coño, el actor este.
It's always held Zavala and Ikora together. Having him back puts them in a position of questioning.
No sabía que le había dado voz este.
Without him.
You think about the journey that Zavala's been on and...
El testigo es una amenaza directa.
Un mago lo hizo.
Y la reina bruja tiene las respuestas que buscamos, pero solo si nos enfrentamos a su hermana. Sibuara. Depende de mí. Conseguirás salir de esto. No tengas miedo.
Van a revivirla. Efectivamente. Van a revivir.
Traedme los tributos.
La van a revivir.
Ahora usas magia de la colmena. La has combinado con tu luz. Ataca la espira para que podamos entregar los tributos.
¡Ah! ¿Qué he visto? ¿Qué es eso?
La baraja de los susurros. Y es cierto que susurra. Lucha en mi nombre.
¿Qué era ese arma?
Cada rival
es un diseño.
al que derrotas me fortalece.
Mi apetito por tu brutal tributo crece. Demostremos lo que significa ser de la colmena. Hai suonato il corno de batalla. Mereces la más gloriosa de las muertes que pueda conceder.
Temporada de las brujas. 22 de agosto al 28 de noviembre. ¿Qué van a meter?
The Season of the Witch is our opportunity as players. We've been annihilating and breaking Hive spells, and now we finally get to cast them.
At the end of Season of the Deep, we learn that Savathun
Van a revivir
has the key to getting into the portal that we
esta
need
mujer,
to go
¿cómo se
into.
llama ahora?
That means we have to go find Imaru, her
¿Revivir?
ghost. Imaru's like, not so fast.
¿Ikora?
We've got a
Ikora,
bigger
no,
problem
joder,
first. And that bigger problem's
Sabathun?
name is Zivu Araf. If we fight her, she only gets stronger. Eris has an idea. It's a really
good
It's
idea.
a wild ass idea, yeah. She determines like, well, the best way to fight fire is with fire. We are channeling all of that energy that we're creating by going through, by eliminating enemies, and we're tithing to our friend Eris.
Bring me your tithes.
What does that mean for the characters and the player to kind of like be like Savathun? And that's where we went down the path of having Hive Eris. We want to extend that magical fantasy into the player then. That ability to have overwhelming magical power, that risk and reward into all of our activities and systems experiences. And so that's what led us to come up with things like Deck of Whispers. It's this magical deck of cards that creates amazing synergies with your buildcraft meta and with buffs and the activities.
They can then choose
Pero por
these cards
favor.
at will, whichever ones they want, and then that really leans into the build crafting.
You actually are getting cards that you can then use to place on the battlefield and change the way you play.
¿Pero qué cojones
I'm
pasa
such a
con los
sucker for
putos
deck building.
subtítulos?
Like being able to like bring that element into Destiny gameplay has just been like, oh, chess
Yeah, oh,
is
it's
really
super
fun.
So we've got two brand new seasonal
¿Qué cojones
activities coming
pasa con los
with Season of the
subtítulos?
Witch. We've got Altars of Summoning and Savathun's Spire.
Savathun's Spire is our new 3-player offensive. You're doing a lot more with the Lucent Hive magic, but it's got a high amount of combatant density. It's got additional random encounters that you can come across.
The Witch's Spire
Hijos de
itself,
puta, ponedlo en
Savathun's Spire,
castellano.
was like her reliquary for all these different
¿Qué
magical
pasa?
experiences as she was learning the light. You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master spellcaster, right? To become like Savathun. The Altar of Summoning's activity is really exciting because you can spend like 20 minutes in it or you can spend 2 hours in it.
It's a 3-player experience that you can hop in and hop out of. As you're going through this activity, you're filling the tithing bucket. As that tithing bucket is filled up, you'll get progressively more rewards. And then finally at the end, it'll cash out and you'll get a whole mess of rewards.
We really wanted to make sure that there was a home for any exotic mission content coming in seasons after the year has passed. And so we developed what we're calling the exotic mission rotator.
Right away, we're getting Presage, Vox Obscura, and Operation Seraph Shield.
This is some of the most fun content the team has making. It's some of the content the fans and players of Destiny love the most. The most exciting thing, outside of just the missions themselves, is that every time we put a mission inside of that rotator, the exotic that comes alongside of it will become craftable. With Season of the Witch, we have a brand new Vex lo-fi PvP map. It's really exciting. It's got a bunch of really tight gameplay experiences. We wanted to make sure that we focus the combat. New PvP game mode coming that's all about relics. It's about multiple relics, so it's not just one like the Scorch game mode from the past. So we've got the shield coming from Vault of Glass. We've got the speed.
He visto a lo que la colmena llama Dios. Solo una verdadera alma de la luz tendrá su cólera.
Heading into the final shape, we really want to rally all Guardians at the end of the Light and Darkness saga. We want to reduce those power barriers as well as catch people up on key story beats and make sure that they have a
¡Mi reina! Mi esposa. Mi amor.
really great and easy time connecting with other players. In the final shape, we're trying to find ways to make power more simple and easy to understand, and also lowering the barrier to entry.
It's going to make it easier for players who have not been able to jump into game easily because they were held back by the challenges in grinding for the power levels that are required by these different activities.
One of the major changes that's going to be happening starting with the final shape is there are going to be a certain number of activities that are going to be power fixed. So it doesn't matter kind of what power level you are going into it, you're always going to be able to approach it. There's still going to be tiers of difficulty that you can do, things that are just meant to be experienced a certain way.
Things like Nightfall strikes that will still have power enabled, and that's where we're really going to focus the whole power climb.
The raids, the contest modes that everybody loves to engage with, that experience is fundamentally going to be staying the same.
I'm excited for this because I think there will be a lot more clarity for players in terms of understanding the relative difficulty of things, where they sit now in the spectrum.
One way that we're trying to do that is making it easier for new players to engage with you. So we're introducing something that we're calling Fire to Power.
You can actually bring your friends along to play any dungeons and raids in the game without having to wait them to be at a certain power level. The person with the highest power in your fire team is actually going to bring all the others close to their power level, which means that there's no barriers really for any other Guardian to join you in this high-level content.
When it's combined with Fireteam Finder, it also allows you to find strangers, people you've never played with before, and have that same experience. That's all regardless of the power level of you and the rest of the people in your fire team.
Fireteam Finder is the new feature that's coming in Season 23, aimed at helping connect and find other people to complete the best and most aspirational content in Destiny. We have a tag system that allows players to this is my playstyle. I'm really chill. I'm anti-sweat. I'm just really here to have a good time. Exactly.
Tags really allows players to show a little bit more personality, show a little bit more about what they're about. I think what's really great about it is with this launch, we're also looking at including inclusion tags.
As an example, one of the inclusion tags that we have are for colorblind players. Hopefully the inclusion tags will bring players closer to finding their community and even closer to the people that they're playing with. So once a listing goes live, players will be put into a listing lobby where players can gather, they can communicate with each other. So we wanted to make it as convenient and as easy as possible for players to not just sit and stare at a screen for a long time while their listing actually fills up.
As a gamer who's typically more solo, I'm especially excited about this because it really is about helping reduce that anxiety and burden that comes with trying to make a new connection.
Sí.
The feature coming out today that I'm incredibly excited about is Timeline Reflections. Essentially what we have done is we've went back to previous expansions and pulled out missions that we felt really represent key narrative beats within our story. We are going to have a mission for Forsaken, a mission for Beyond Light, as well as a mission for Witch Queen.
Thanks for the memories, Guardian.
The neat thing about these missions is they're not going to be like
the new way we're going to tell stories moving forward.
What's really important about episodes is that it's a really big shakeup to what we've been doing. Instead of providing 4 seasons a year, you are going to get 3 larger episodes.
Sí.
And so the first 3 episodes in this coming year are called Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. It's coming right after the final shape. And the theme for the year is going to be all about the consequences and aftermath of the final shape. I think what's really the cornerstone of the episode model that we're building is the 3-act structure. The acts act as these anchors for us to introduce new weapons, new artifact mods, new activities. There's going to be new missions coming around the corner. There'll be new story moments in every single one of these acts. We're actually providing more cinematic styled experiences throughout the final shape year and the episodes with it than any of the seasons we've ever developed before.
These new stories are actually playable as standalone. Like each episode is something you can experience, whether you've been playing Destiny for 10 years or this is your first one.
You're going to be able to basically enjoy them in any order you want to.
I think the opportunity with this big epic moment is that we get to innovate the game. We get to move the game forward.
It's all about change frequently. It's all about deeper story moments. It's all about more weapons, more loot, more often. And it really provides the team with a platform to go much deeper into the themes and fantasies and story of any individual episode as compared to the seasons you know of today.
I'm so excited to see what the narrative team can do with this kind of new platform of storytelling. Episodes provides this awesome foundation for the future of Destiny.
We're moving into the next stage of Destiny 2. I think some people look at the final shape and they think Destiny 2 is coming to the end. And in many ways, it's the opposite. We're leaning in. We're putting the pedal to the metal. Episodes provide us a new, innovative way for players to engage with Destiny 2 throughout the year.
Van a meter el sistema de búsqueda de si solo vas a jugar tú solo.
¡Viva!
¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Coño de la madre! ¡Y era ahora! Van a cambiar el sistema también de temporadas. Va a haber 3 episodios.
It's going to be an exciting year for
no
Guardians.
Temporadas.
We get to make good on a promise that we made way back in 2014. There was classic rock blasting.
Y creo que he visto la cáscara de vacío en la esta de Crota.
And at the end,
creo.
A simple message.
Es la puta misma misión que la del Destiny 1,
Today,
la de Crota.
You got a glimpse at how we'll be cementing your legend in this upcoming year. We're going to be heading inside the Traveler, experiencing a destination unlike anything we've ever built before. We'll face the biggest bad we've ever made And we'll do this all alongside a streamlined progression
La torre de uno.
allowing us to easily play
Coño,
with
y ese
friends
hacha, qué
in
guapo,
any
¿no?
content.
Es
in
de
the
la
game.
clase de titán.
And as the dust settles in the final shape, we're going to continue our legends in Echoes.
Me ha recordado
It's Destiny's first
un hacha escudo
episode
que había
in
en
a
el
new
Warframe
phase of
que he
storytelling for
utilizado.
Guardians with brand new conflicts born from the resolution of the Light and Darkness saga. These first episodes are just the beginning. But if you're chomping at the bit to see how the Light and Darkness
Imagino
saga
que si
is
ponen
going to kick off the future
esa
of
wea
Destiny 2,
de lo
we've
de
got a
búsqueda,
ton
será,
of great
o sea, también
content for
funcionará
you to
para
jump
las
into
anteriores
today.
incursiones
Going
que estén
live
todavía
after this,
disponibles.
Supongo que
we've got
sí.
Season of the Witch with a
En
new
cuyo caso,
story, new weapons,
maravilla,
new
y
armor,
vamos a
new
jugar.
activities, and new PvP content,
Aunque tengamos que
all
intentarla 3000
alongside
veces
a
con
series of
putos
story
guiris de
catch-up
mierda.
missions, allowing any of your friends to jump into the game and get up to speed
Más lo
on what's
doloroso, lo sabes,
happening
¿no?
in this
Yeah.
world. Then, next week,
Lo que no sé si...
brutal
Mira, la
Crota
renovada, el
Crota's
fin de
End
Crota.
is going to join the ranks of our aspirational content.
Me están viniendo
I can't
flashbacks de
wait to see
Vietnam.
you all in the throne world as we
Ay,
learn
no,
more
eso
about
no.
the final shape and how we can stop it.
Es igualita.
Sí, yo todavía me acuerdo de la parte oscura, esa que
Pues está la parte oscura otra vez y el puto puente que hay que bajar.
Ya, bueno, pero sinceramente, hoy en día tenemos bastante más nivel del que teníamos en el Destiny 1. Que en el Destiny 1, para subir de nivel, era horrible.
Y no hace falta tener el nivel necesario para poder hacer las incursiones. Es como que se va sumando ahora el nivel.
Va, es proporcional al nivel total de las cosas.
Sí.
After all these years,
Se hace como una media y te mete.
Qué maravilla.
this fight might be
Pues eso me gusta.
our last.
Una cosa muy rara.
So I'm
Y
asking
te
you
juro por mi puta vida que esos son nuevos enemigos también. Van a tener los poderes de los de esta última expansión. Los enemigos.
Los del látigo ese.
Sí, y esas cosas. Y creo que ya se ha acabado. ¿Qué opinas? Edición coleccionista. De la expansión para el año que viene. Ojo, se viene.
When we create a collector's edition, we try and recreate items from the universe for players to enjoy outside of the game. So this year we're doing a
Hemos recreado la torre de Destiny 1.
We really try to work hard
Mira que está
at
todo
thinking
guapo.
about 10 years of
¡Cómo mola!
Destiny and how best to encapsulate that experience.
Anda.
Even as the game dev who've worked on it since day one,
¡Qué
like, I think
guapa!
having it be the tower is super exciting for us because it's going to kind
¿Es
of
como una mesilla de
catalog
noche
the
o es
journey
una
of the
estatuilla?
player
Es una
from when we
estatua,
first
creo.
started playing Destiny.
Estaría guapísimo que fuera una estatua. Mira, tiene lucecitas.
Sí.
It's kind of like
Estaría
a beacon
guapísimo que
with
fuera una
your-
mesilla de
your
noche.
place you
O sea,
call
con una
home.
lamparita de noche.
You
Que se
get
ilumine por ahí
the
debajo.
tower, and then there are
Aparte
actual
de la torre también
figures
sacaremos figuras
of the
reales.
Vanguard mentors that accompany that
Ah, pero
architectural
están medio
model.
chibi, están raras.
There's a lot
Sí.
of like hidden messages and hidden
Tiene un montón de
things.
mensajes y cosas
There's
escondidas.
going to be some fun surprises. We're always trying to push the envelope.
Puedes
And
poner la
so
figura
we've been playing
encima,
a
a lo
lot
mejor
with
suena o algo.
magnetic locks and
Pues mira,
sound
justo la he
effects,
puesto ahí.
lights, just sort of make this experience
Cierres
as a whole
magnéticos, ¿no?
really special.
Va a tener
It's sort of the
movimiento.
perfect
Luego se
symbol
puede abrir.
of Destiny. I'm so excited for it.
Tipo Bakugan, de esto de que iba con puntos imanes. O sea, mira que eran simples los Bakugan, pero molaban un huevo los mecanismos con el imán que tenían.
Había visto, quiero ver lo de Crota, por favor. Que creo que he visto el puto.
La casca de vacío.
Creo que la he visto, te lo digo totalmente en serio. Se la he visto a un jugador que la llevaba de la mano. ¡Te digo yo a ti que sí!
A ver, repite eso.
Te juro por mi vida que sé que sí. O es un
Parece mucho.
O es un tráiler del primero. No creo.
No sé, a ver, esa armadura sinceramente no me... Vamos, esas armaduras en general no me parece que sean del primero. Nada, dale.
Espera, hacerlo grande.
Sí.
¿Sí?
Tiene toda la pinta. Tiene
¿Sí?
toda la pinta. Lo único
¿Sí?
que me parece... Espera un momento, no. Para ahí, quieto. No, estaba perfecto hace un fotograma. No, tira un poquitín para atrás, Hay un fotograma en el cual se ve la parte baja, pero se ve como unos pinchitos. Voy a ver un segundo.
Ahí. ¿Se ve ahí? ¿Pinchitos esos?
A ver. Cáscara de vacío. Destiny. Cáscara de vacío.
Cáscara del abismo.
Sí, cáscara del abismo. No sé, tengo una manía con decir cáscara de vacío. Creo que sí, tiene los pinchitos, digo.
Oh, shit. ¡Oh, mira eso! No me lo creo. ¡Mira ahí!
A ver. Un segundo.
¿Era?
Sí, un segundo.
A no ser que sea la del último DLC que han sacado, que se parecía mucho, pero no creo. No tiene pinta.
Hello, Guardians.
Necrochamps,
Welcome to the poster stream. My name is Taylor Liz. I'm a Destiny 2 player and content creator. I'm excited to be here live at
Tiene mucho
Bungie.
humo
We're gonna have 2 segments for you today.
Yo
A
lo
little
que
later
quiero
in
ver
the
sobre
show,
todo son
I'll
las
be playing
luces.
through the brand new Season of the Witch
A mí me da
concept
que
with
es
my
la
good
que
friend,
sacaron
Peter
en este DLC, que es
Right
muy
now,
parecida a la
let's sit down with
Necrochamp.
Bungie developers to talk more about what we just saw and what's next for the future of Destiny 2. Pika, over to you.
Thank you so much, Taylor. My name is Pika, and I'm also a content
que estaba
creator and Destiny 2 fan.
disponible.
You can often find Taylor and I playing together in some sort of challenge in-game. I'm beyond honored to be sitting down with everyone here today, so let's do some more introductions.
Thank you, Pika. It's great to have you here. Hi, my name is Cosmo. I'm the lead community role here at Bungie.
¡Lo he visto en el fotograma!
My role is supporting our amazing community team.
No puedo verlo, tío. Es muy rápido. Me tengo que hacerlo esto en Premiere.
Sending info out to our players.
Mira.
I'm going to be teaming up with Pika today, and we're going to be asking some of these guys some questions and go over some of the things that we didn't get to cover in the showcase. Dan?
Yeah,
es.
thanks. I'm Dan
Sin
McAuliffe.
ningún
I'm the
tipo de
general
duda.
manager for Destiny 2.
es.
And that mostly
Y
means
mira el
that
otro,
I
Diego,
get
que
to
tiene el
support
otro
all the
pavo.
amazing talent that makes this game. So
Mira esa.
thanks for sitting down with us today.
Esa era la otra
Looking forward to
chunga
it.
del Destiny 1 también.
I'm Joe. I'm the game director on Destiny 2, and actually,
No me lo puedo
in the intro, I was hiding behind a pillar for the last 2 seconds.
¡Está haciendo la boca agua! Pues esto creo que estaba ya. Es la temporada de las brujas. Empieza ya.
Awesome. So let's get into some questions.
Empezaba ya, creo, la temporada de las
Players,
brujas.
What are you guys most hyped about regarding the final
está
season
haciendo-
Si te digo que me da ganas de meterme al Destiny 2 solo para farmar un poco de materiales por si acaso.
Se me está haciendo la boca agua. Me cago en sos.
Conclusion to the Light and Darkness
Qué
saga.
ganas,
Like, players are
cojones, de que
finally going to get to go into the Traveler, confront the Witness, like the stakes.
Espero que no, espero que no sea un puto tráiler del primer juego. Meto con los cojones, ¿eh?
A ver, sinceramente, la armadura esa no me parece del primer juego.
Y a mí tampoco.
Las armaduras esas no me parecen del primer juego.
A ver, espera, voy a ver más cinemática. A lo mejor si sale en otra. En otra, o sea, si sale en otra, a lo mejor sí que es. Esto de que esto. Mira. Pero sí, es el mismo. Sí, es el mismo. Esta armadura es de las que van a sacar.
Sí.
Sort of pinnacle
Y ese arma
achievement
en
of our
Destiny
Guardians
1
journey in a lot
creo
of
que no
ways. So
estaba.
just really excited to see the final product.
Yeah, for me, I guess it's maybe surprising.
Tiene que salir en primer plano, no me jodas.
I know, like,
O son tan hijos de puta de
revelar. La han dejado ahí escondidiza.
Porque a la gente no le interesa.
Why are we excited about the weapons this time?
¿Pero cómo no le va a interesar si es de las armas más rotas del juego?
What's core to Destiny?
O sea, tenía un drop del 0,4.
Ah, mira, este es el de la cabeza.
Destiny's at its best when you're getting a bunch of new weapons, and those weapons are so exciting that they are making it
sí,
onto your
joder,
character right away. They're like
Pero va un
changing
poco con delay.
So this is not
Cuando yo te lo
just
digo.
exotics, right? This
Creo que en el
is
Sí, mira, sí que es esta.
alluded to, like, what if Golden
Creo que,
Gun was a sniper
creo que no
rifle?
había bichos en
Pretty
el
cool
Destiny
sniper
1, creo que no
rifle.
había bichos de estos de
I
la
think it's
colmena de
also,
color
we
rojo.
talked about these
No.
new,
Así que esto es del Destiny
weapon
2.
subtypes.
Sí, esta es la colmena
And
roja.
so,
Y este es el arma, creo.
what's a support auto
Por eso
rifle?
es-
We've made guns
es
that
más.
heal
¿O
before.
es
We've made
esta? No,
exotics
es
before.
Un
If we
segundo.
do it in a legendary,
Tira hacia atrás un
what
poquitín.
needs to be different about it so
A
we
ver,
can
sí,
make
pues
this
es que
thing
estoy viendo
that
cuánto
feels
disparan, porque la
as
cadencia,
useful to a
todos
fire
sabemos qué
team as
cadencia
someone
tiene
bringing
la
ammo. It
cáscara.
feels as
Creo que
useful
es
as
esta,
someone,
¿no?
you know, bringing
es
divinity,
esta.
right? And we know that's the bar that we have to
Yo
hit. So
fíjate que
we're
creo que
looking
no
at
es
a
ninguna de
bunch of
esas dos.
different
No,
things and
porque
saying,
mira, esa de abajo tiene
"Hey, we're
cañón.
gonna make
Esta
this
se
tiene
ve con
la
los
de
cojones.
abajo.
matter,
Sí,
right?
esta
We're
sí,
gonna-
pero
we're
esta
gonna
tiene
get
Esa de
la
we're
arriba,
gonna get
esa, la del
awesome
medio.
stuff
Esa es.
on
the Pale Heart.
A ver,
I
al
think
play.
we showed a little bit of it. There's like these sweet,
Dale al play, a
like a
ver.
deck of cards.
Se
Go
iluminado.
back and watch the footage.
Sí, tiene bastante cadencia, pero
There's a bunch of
Se
awesome stuff
iluminado
coming
ahí
to
en un
weapons, and
momento.
so I think we're really just trying to hit that core, like, hey, we're a loot game,
ahí se
right?
iluminó.
Like,
Yeah,
the loot
definitely.
should be awesome.
Sí.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, me too. So speaking of the Pale Heart,
Dios, quiero tener
the
la
reveal
puta
Sí
casa
que se
de-
ilumina como en el
reveal
1.
of Pale Heart
Tiene que salir
Destination is the
aquí en
first
primer
linear
plano. No me toque los
destination ever
huevos,
done.
no la van a
So
enseñar.
can you talk us through why it was decided to make it more linear
La van a dejar
destination?
como en...
All right, linear.
No, no se ve, tío. Están todos de espaldas.
So,
The math lesson now.
yeah, I'm not sure how many folks have
aquí
been in
está.
algebra recently,
¿no?
but if you're like me and need a little refresher,
Sí,
linear
esa es a la derecha.
line, right?
Walk
Like
me
that's
through
what we're
Parece que lo
saying
es.
here. So,
No se ve especialmente.
Madre mía, esto me acuerdo.
destiny destination, we think about it as a loop.
Hasta ahí llegaste y aquí en el puente ya...
Están
fue-
enseñando en primer plano todas
And then
menos
from
la
those
puta
areas,
cáscara.
There's little
Sí,
offshoots,
están todas en
there are
primer
little
plano menos
alleyways
esa.
you can go to.
Pero serán hijos de
That
puta.
just didn't make sense
Ay, qué
for
ratas.
going inside the Traveler. One, because the Traveler is huge. When we talk about the Pale Heart, we're
Coño,
saying,
sí,
like,
sí, sí.
hey, what
La
if you
casa
were
del hielo.
Aquí está,
landed
¿sí está?
on Earth, and the only part of Earth you saw was
Sí,
like
ahí está.
a parking lot in Montana?
No, dale un
And you were
poquito.
like, oh,
Sí, sí,
this place
a
is
ver.
huge,
Ahí
right?
está.
Like, so we're like, okay, so we're
A ver,
gonna
sí,
show
sí,
you
sí,
a
es
really
esa.
small
Es esa.
slice
Joder,
of
primer
what
plano,
is
Diego,
inside
me
the
cago en la
Traveler.
puta. Vaya
No lo
primer
he
plano.
visto, sé que lo he
Needs
visto
to
así
feel
súper rápido y no me he
like
enterado,
you're
pero
going
la había visto
somewhere
en el
vast,
pie y me he
a
quedado
noble
como,
place.
coño,
Okay,
eso era la cáscara de
well, on
vacío.
one
Claro, me he quedado
end,
pensando
we've
y no
got
me he
the
dado cuenta de
portal.
esta escena.
And on the other end, we've got the witness
Que es que es muy son 57 segundos de video.
Every single
Cascada
area
del
that we've
abismo.
built
Oh,
is built in a consecutive line from one
eso
to
sí,
the
está un
other.
poco
So you
rediseñada
travel through
respecto a la
these
del
things,
la del
and you
primero.
can look back at
Esa
once-
del centro no
once
estaba.
more. And if you
O
need
sea,
to get to the
el
next part,
brillantito
you're
ese
not
del
going
centro.
Pero
yo
tiene
no lo
las
puedo
mismas
visitar.
texturas.
You are going
Sí, tiene las mismas
to where
texturas
you need
en
to go. It's really
en
focused
480.
Tiene todas las texturas sucias.
Got a job to do here.
Right.
It's like tracking
Pues
your
esto está
journey.
este fin de ya, ¿eh?
Yeah, it's definitely a
¿Este fin de ya está?
Cool. Well, that sounds
Ahora no te lo
insane.
enseño, pero
So-
creo que sí. La temporada empieza
Super different.
desde hoy hasta el 28 de
During
noviembre.
the showcase, it was also mentioned that completing the campaign would unlock the
Esto no
full
sé qué es. Ah, es el
destination,
hacha. Hostia,
and then
el
almost
que
like
se iba
reacts as
construyendo
we
tú.
progress. Is that kind of what you're
¿Cuál?
hinting
El
at?
puto
Ah,
puente.
sí, sí.
Can you explain
El
that a
puto
little
puente
bit
de los
more?
cojones, que después en
so
otro lado
I
tenían que
think
mantener
two
todo
things
abierto
we
para que
want
pudieras
people
pasar.
really to come away with thinking when they think about. One,
¿Se
this is a
podrá
bit
mejorar como en el
different in the
primero?
way that you experience the Pale Heart right away. So
Right.
A lo mejor ya te la
normally,
da,
you might
ya te la da
land
como
on
la
the
necro.
throne world,
como
and
la
you do a
necro no sé
mission,
qué.
and then
¿Ves?
you're out with
Ah, no,
your
espera.
sparrow exploring the
Mira,
throne
pero
world.
Empieza-
sinceramente molaría mucho que fuera
Mm.
como en el 1 que tienes que
Day one of the final
levelearla,
shape.
así matando enemigos.
You got a job
Empieza
to
el
do,
1 de
right?
septiembre,
And so
a las 7 de la
it is
tarde.
Mission,
Ah, bueno, pero ese es
right?
el
And
1
you
de
just
septiembre.
go
o sea,
through
Disponible
this
para
phase.
todos
You
los
got to stay
jugadores.
focused on this thing.
Ya,
When you
pero
get
eso
to
es
the
la
end
semana
of
que
that
viene,
day
no esta.
one
Sí, es la que
experience,
viene.
everyone can sort of
Como si nada, no se tape, en el centro, jajaja, y nomás, y les está apuntando. Les está apuntando, apunten, saquen, todavía no disparen, apunten, atentos, con toda la energía. ¡Disparen, vamos! ¡Una escopeta!
Gracias a las modernas técnicas de montaje, podemos emplear imágenes ya rodadas para terminarlas en Milhouse. Miren.
Está en portugués, ¿qué coño? Ahora en japonés, pero ¿qué está pasando? Y ahora en italiano. ¿Pero qué cojones?
¿A que no se nota?
Estás despedido.
Y con razón.
¡Queda despedido!